Today we got a video from Real Body Cams, and the title of the video is Mom Puts His Life at Risk Fleeing Multiple Crashes. Wow.
I don't consent to laying here.
Where are you going? I don't consent to it. I didn't run. I walked. Sit down.
I don't consent. I don't consent to the illusion.
I don't consent to you pushing me.
A felony.
On March 17th, 2026, an Ohio sergeant spots a heavily damaged Mercedes blowing through a red light at high speed.
Hold on. Am I tripping? Why the hell is this shit so blurred? Y'all got 4K quality on this, and it's that shit gonna. Oh man.
Officers are horrified to discover the suspect was with her in the car while she was fleeing police and driving dangerously.
It's okay, sweetheart. It's okay. It's okay. Take care of the kid. Come here, sweetheart. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. We're gonna sit in the back of my car, okay?
What about my mom?
She's okay. Let's just sit right here.
Hi, sir.
Are you done?
Yes, I don't consent.
I understand you don't consent.
Okay, I don't consent to this.
Okay, but you ran a red light
I don't
and you
consent
failed
to
to
this.
stop when I attempted to stop you.
Okay, I don't.
You understand that?
I don't consent to laying here. I want to talk to you standing up.
Okay. Well, you're under arrest. So this officer here is going to search you.
Ma'am, do you have anything on you?
I don't consent to. I don't have anything on me. I don't consent to have anything on me, weapons or anything. Okay.
Sandrina is now in handcuffs, but she believes relying on a common sovereign citizen tactic, repeating the phrase "I do not consent," will invalidate the arrest.
I don't consent.
But of course, consent is not required for a lawful detention.
I don't consent to call these officers. I don't. Where are you going? I don't consent to it. I didn't tell you get up. Ma'am, let me up. I didn't tell you get up. Okay, I want to stand up.
Let me stand up. I don't consent to. I don't consent to sitting here. And I don't consent to that.
Ma'am, what's your name?
Back in the patrol car, the officer is trying to calm Sandrina's daughter down. And despite everything she just witnessed her mother do, you'll never guess what she says she wants to be when she grows up.
Do you know what you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a police officer.
You want to be a police officer? I think that's a pretty cool job. Do you know you want to be a police officer?
I want to help people.
Well, this is a great job where you get to help people.
Officers help the suspect walk to the patrol car.
That's so cute. You know, kids are so innocent. You know, it's just, that is so cute. That reminds me of when I was a kid, man. I wanted to be a police officer too. That's, you know, I wanted to be two things: a WWE wrestler. If not, if I couldn't do that, which I kind of quickly realized that when I started to become like 13 or so, because a lot of the wrestlers back then were at least like were tall, like at least like 6'2", 6'3". I'm not that tall, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, I ain't gonna be able to make it. But the second thing was a police officer, man. And then when I became a correction officer, man, it's like you blend the two. You know, it's right in the middle. You're a wrestler, right? You gonna get some action. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you're like a cop, but inside of the prison, man. It was crazy, man. But yeah, this kid's cute. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a police officer. You know, hopefully she doesn't grow up and steer away from that, because it's gonna be tough, and she's gonna have an uphill battle because her mom is gonna put her through it, man. Yeah, I could already see it, man. The mom is not a great role model, so the kid is not gonna be in the best situation.
I don't consent to being arrested.
Okay.
I only consent to get back home safely. I don't consent to being in this car.
Goods.
I don't consent to being in the vehicle.
Ma'am,
I don't consent to being in the vehicle. I don't consent to being
Okay,
arrested.
you can. Okay, we hear you.
I don't consent to
I hear you. I understand.
Okay, I don't consent to it. Did she take off?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck she was doing.
Up until this point, the officers only know that Sandrina ran a red light and fled. But when a sheriff's deputy arrives on scene, the full picture comes into focus. Listen to what he tells the sergeant.
What up?
Hi, I think you're in this car was involved in at least 2 crashes in Franklin Township.
Well, the front end of her car looks like it.
Yeah.
She ran a red light right in front of me and it wouldn't stop. She's going to jail either way. So.
Meanwhile, in the other cruiser,
I don't consent to any of my priorities or any of my items being taken away from me. I only consent to things being returned to me in natural state. I don't consent to illusion. I don't consent to being sitting here. I don't consent to it. I don't consent to it. I only consent to going back home safe. I consent to being let go. I don't consent to the charges. I don't consent to the illusion.
This gotta be a
I
joke.
don't consent to the illusion, sir. No, I don't consent to it. I don't consent to the illusion. I don't consent to the illusion. Let me go. Let me go. Sir, let me go. Let me go.
the sergeant attempts to read Sandrina her Miranda rights, but she interrupts him, claiming she didn't run from the police. She was simply walking away, completely ignoring the high-speed pursuit she was just in.
I don't consent.
What is your name?
My name is Sandrina, but I don't consent that you guys are putting on me.
You lost consent a long time ago.
I don't consent.
You started running.
I don't consent to saying that I ran, because I didn't run.
What
I
are you,
walked.
you're not even saying stuff that makes sense. So what happened?
When I was on my way here, there was a light. If I missed
Have you
it,
been read your rights?
I have not been read my rights, and I don't consent to going to
The right to remain
jail.
silent. Anything you say can be used against you in the court of law.
I don't
You have the right to an
consent.
attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, the state will provide you with one.
Okay, I don't consent.
With the rights in mind,
I don't consent.
do you wish to speak to me at this time?
I don't
With the rights in mind.
consent. No, I don't consent. I want to get out this car. I consent to getting out this vehicle, and I consent to you letting me out right now.
Well, you lost your consent a long time ago.
By doing what? I did not run a light. I don't consent to any stagnation.
Are you that cold? You want me to close this and I'll get in here and talk to you? Okay, we're gonna help you.
Because she refuses to provide the name or contact information of any family members, police contact County Job and Foster Services to provide care for the suspect's daughter while she navigates her legal issues.
What kind of cartoons you like to watch?
So far, Sandrina has treated this entire encounter like a debate she can win. But that demeanor shifts the moment the officer explains the reality of her charges.
Guess what?
Well,
I think you're only being charged with one thing.
which is what?
Failure to comply. It's a felony of the 4th degree.
A felony?
It is a felony.
Oh, whoa, wait a minute now. I'm being charged with a felony, though? I didn't stop when you guys asked me to, but I'm not asking for a felony charge. Like, that's a little crucial.
The officer hopes Sandrina has calmed down during the ride and will cooperate during questioning. Instead, she becomes even more hostile with police.
Hey, go ahead and hop on out here.
Okay, can you get this off of me, please?
When we get up in there, we'll get that off here and we're going to have a conversation, okay?
I don't consent to any aggressiveness.
I get that. You don't consent. I understand.
Can you take these off of me, sir?
You
I
said your
don't
name,
consent to
ma'am?
these being on me, sir.
You said your name, Sandrina.
I don't consent to
Okay.
this. I
Come
don't
this way.
consent to this.
Okay, come on.
I don't consent to this.
Come on.
I don't consent to this. I don't consent to this.
Come
I
on.
don't consent to
Ma'am,
this. What am I going
have
in
a
here
seat.
for? Tell me, sir.
So, do you want to have a conversation?
I want to have a conversation, but I don't consent to any aggressive or any killing in here. I don't consent to
Have a
it.
seat.
I don't consent to any death.
I understand you don't consent. We'll pass that.
The suspect somehow still believes she can't be arrested without consenting, which is of course not the case.
Okay, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court
What
of
am
law.
I being arrested
You have the
for,
right.
sir?
Okay, because you ran a red light.
That's the thing. I don't consent to it.
Okay, sit down.
I don't consent to
Sit
it.
down.
I don't consent to it.
Sit down.
I don't consent to have to fight you off of me. I don't
Well,
consent
I
to
want
have
you
to
to
fight
sit
you.
down.
I don't consent.
Bro, her, if she get up one more time, man, it better be on, man. We gotta get you together. Cause you this is like the second or third time I done sat you down and you keep getting up, getting in my face, man. Gotta get her together. Let's go.
No, I don't consent. I don't
down.
consent.
Sit
I don't
down.
consent to you pushing me.
Ma'am, sit down.
I don't consent to
Then
you
sit
pushing
down.
me. I don't consent to it.
I would have done lost my cool already.
Why didn't you stop when you see my lights and heard my siren?
I didn't stop because when I was driving here, I didn't see any red light. When I turned, I accidentally hit a vehicle.
You said when you turned, you hit a car. Do you know where that was at?
I don't consent to saying that I even hit a car.
Well, I was just asking because you told me you hit a car.
No, I didn't tell you. I don't consent to that. I don't consent to any false
Okay.
illusions or I don't consent to any false allegations. I don't consent to you touching me.
Okay. I'm not going to touch you. I'm just going to touch the handcuffs, okay? Slide over for a little bit for me.
I don't consent.
Just slide over a little bit.
I don't consent.
All right.
I don't consent to standing here. I don't consent to standing here.
Ma'am, sit down.
I don't consent to standing here.
Sit down.
I don't consent to
Fine. You don't want to take her out of jail.
I don't consent.
All right.
I don't
Come on.
consent.
You don't consent. Let's
I
go.
don't consent. I'm not going.
I'm not going this way. Let's keep walking. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm not going. I don't agree to any of it.
Since she was involved in a crash, officers transport Sandrina to the hospital for medical clearance before taking her to jail. When medical staff ask her to explain what happened, she offers one final bizarre justification for fleeing.
All right, Miss. Let's go. Are you going to give the nurses your name?
I agree to keep me in my child's care.
Okay.
Sandrina explains to the nurses she was taking her child to a non-hostile place outside the city, known as the Air. This statement is extremely concerning to police and medical staff.
I don't consent.
After doctors determine there is nothing medically wrong with her, Sandrina continues to insist she doesn't consent to the officer's
I
actions.
don't consent to it.
Even still, she's on her way to jail.
I don't consent.
Okay.
After the arrest, she was initially charged with failure to comply with an order or signal of a police officer, obstructing official business, traffic violations, and failure to appear. She was held on a $10,000 bond, which she posted by depositing 10% with the court. Because she refused to arrange care for her at the scene, the child was placed into the custody of the County Family Services. 2 weeks later, after she missed a court date, a grand jury bypassed the municipal court entirely and returned a formal indictment in the County Court of Common Pleas. The initial municipal case was dismissed, and she was officially charged with a third-degree felony count of failure to comply, along with
All right. We're endangering. Yeah. Fast forward a little bit.
obstructing official business, and reckless operation. She entered a plea of not guilty to the indicted charges. The judge set her new bond at $50,000 personal recognizance with a strict condition that she absolutely not drive a motor vehicle. The case is currently pending trial.
She's nuts. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, man. Kudos to them officers, man. They did a great job, especially the one officer with the little one. Great job. And the officer that was dealing with her, in the room and everything, the arresting officer or whatever, sergeant, whoever he was, he did a great job too, because he was able to keep his cool. Because some people, some stuff, it just drives you nuts. Her keeps saying, I don't consent. Like, it's gonna make you like go nutty. Like, if you hear it one more time, you're just gonna be like, and you're just gonna freak out. You know what I mean? Like, it's just damn. Imagine hearing the same shit. Hey, they was probably dealing with this suspect for hours. We get it in a small, 9-10 minute clip or whatever the case may be, but they was dealing with her for hours. Okay, taking her to the hospital, bringing her there. Fuck, how many times are you gonna hear that, man, without snapping?